Welcome back. I'm Ryan Draving, and today I'm going to show you how to get the right domain name for your business. A domain name is your home on the internet. It's the place that people type into their website browsers and find you. So let's go to a first website here that we're actually going to use as a tool, and just to reiterate, this is their website address, bustaname.com. Now, it's not a clean website. It's not necessarily a name that I love, but it's fairly memorable. It's a .com, and that's good. And the reason that memorable domain names and .coms are good is you want people to easily be able to remember and type in your domain into their website browser, or be able to tell a friend, hey, go visit bustaname.com. It's a really great website for helping you find the right domain. So let's go a little bit further down here on the page, and you can see that for the keynote speaker, the one who is going to be a keynote guest speaker and trying to win on that in Philadelphia on Google and show up on the first page when people search for related keywords, I've already put in his words. You can see I've got Philadelphia, guest speaker, keynote, and I could put in more keywords there that are relevant, but those are really the ones that he's targeting in this fictitious example. So you can see that those 4 words show up here in the list of words. And just on the right here, Bustaname has combined those words in various ways and then checked the domain registrars like GoDaddy that allow you to purchase domains to make sure that those domains are available. And it only shows us the ones that are available. So this is great. It makes it easier for us, instead of having to type in every possible combination, to see what is available and what's not on GoDaddy. So GoDaddy is where we're going to purchase it, but in here we'll find the right one. Now scroll down a little bit and you'll see that there are a couple of options on here. We're not going to use any of them except for the basic option 2-word combine and 3-word combine. It's defaulted to 2-word combine, but a 3-word combine allows us to bring more keywords into that particular domain. Now, it's not always a good thing. You don't always want to make your domain longer, but in this case, we're going to go ahead and just take a look and see what's available. So you can see that guest Philadelphia is totally irrelevant. Really doesn't matter. Someone wouldn't know what that was by looking at the site. Speaker guest is, it's kind of there. Speaker Philadelphia, now that's very relevant. Philadelphia speaker, same thing, that's even better. And you have keynote Philadelphia, that's good. It might leave a little bit of confusion as to whether it is a organization or whether it's a speaker, but that's a good one. And then you can see keynote guest, that's good. And then we also have, if you scroll down here a little bit further, keynote guest speaker. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and choose keynote guest speaker, but we might also purchase keynote guest or something along those lines. So let's click on the buy button, and you can see that it gives us the opportunity to purchase the domain from GoDaddy. Now this is just going to send us to GoDaddy's website. What this does is also allows us to possibly get a discount. Sometimes they're active and sometimes they're not, but often you'll get a discount this way. When you get to the end of your checkout, you'll see that discount in your shopping cart. So let's go ahead and click on this, and we'll see to make sure that it's actually available. Occasionally domain names that show up in bustaname.com are not actually available because their database is not always entirely up to date. So they're a little bit behind where GoDaddy is. But you can see in this case that it is available, so that's exciting. And we can, as GoDaddy says, snap it up before someone else does. So now we're going to click on Add on the .com. And again, remember to make sure it's the .com. If you don't have the domain you want and it's available as a .co or .org or .net or one of these other options, just keep in mind that people are less likely to remember it that way. By default, we all like to type in .com. And so if you have a competitor who has the .com and you're labeled as .net, people might remember your domain name but not the final bit that's the .net, and so they might put in your domain name with the .com and come to a competitor. So ideally you want to get that .com. Now let's also do one more search here. Is we're going to look and see if we can get keynoteguest.com. So we've got KEYNOTEGUEST.com. We'll click on Go, and look at that, it's available. So I'm going to click on Add. Now that goes right into my cart, and I can click on Continue to Cart, or I can click on Log into my account or Create an account in the top left. So that's what I'm going to do. And you can see I put in a username, and now I'm putting in a password. And now we're logged in. So you can see I mouse over my cart, and down in my cart there are the two domain names. Now it looks expensive, but that's because one's registered for 5 years, one's for 1 year. We'll click on Go to Cart and we can change that in the process. So now we'll scroll down here. You can see that I've got two domains in. Now often GoDaddy will give you a bunch of junk that you don't want as add-ons. Just scroll down to the bottom and click on Next, Next, Next. Sometimes you'll have to click on No Thanks. The reason I love GoDaddy though is they provide great support, especially for people that are trying to understand how to do this in the first place. So we'll click on 1 year for Keynote Guest and 1 year for Keynote Guest Speaker. And you can see that we did actually get that coupon from Bust-A-Name, and our price was discounted to $7.99. So we'll click on Checkout, and then we'll finish the checkout process just like you do on any website. And you'll end up, okay, we've done it. We now own both of those domains, and you'll get an email confirmation telling you about that. File that away just so you have an extra verification in your email. And meanwhile, we're going to move on to the next video. Now before you go to the next video, make sure that you have your domains purchased. So go through and do this process, because when we do the next video, you'll be working through and learning how to manage those domains. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you soon.